Right, so we did a short yesterday, just going down to the Presthaven today. Obviously the park is closed and there was a heck of a lot of chaos. I mean, we were in the queue just to get to the front to actually go and do a job for an hour, only to be told that guests weren't able to stay. Obviously we still needed to complete the job because when guests are finally allowed to come, and we needed to check damages and things like that, so the job still needed doing. So we entered the park. There were still owners on the park at this time, but the security told us that basically they were just dealing with the backlog of people trying to enter the park, and then once that was sorted out, that they would go around then door knocking and removing everyone else from the park. So basically Thursday night, we're now on Saturday, Thursday night the water went off in the area, or in parts of Flintshire, and as the day progressed, it got worse. There basically had been a repair that had been done the week previous. I'm assuming it wasn't done properly, but all the reserve tanks that they have underground and all pipes, basically everything was empty. And I mean, it's a county-sized issue. It's completely caused mayhem. So it's not only the Presthaven that's closed, it's every caravan park in this area. I know Green Acres, I tell a lie, Green Acres, because they're all owners, they don't let out, they have said that the customers can come, but they need to be prepared. They haven't got any facilities on at all. The pubs are closed. They were hoping naturally they would be open tonight, being Saturday, but there was a statement issued on Friday from the Welsh Water saying that basically services wouldn't be sorted 100% for the next 48 hours, hence the Haven closing. I'm assuming these are people that have come down as well trying to get on. Because again, there'll be people trying to check in today that probably still haven't found any acknowledgement of the item, of actually not being able to come onto park. So we'll get on park and we'll just see what's actually going on. Right, so we've just been past the Talacre park. I'm going to show you on the way out, but the Talacre park actually has caravans on it, which I was not expecting. And there are some owners on here. Whether or not they're allowed to visit for the day and not stay overnight, I don't want to be, giving you false truth here, but we were told that everyone would be kicked off. And evidently they're not. Well, there are people here, so that's, don't get me wrong, we are August the 16th, so Saturday. The park would have been absolutely teeming with people, and I mean absolutely teeming with people. There would be virtually no vans available, and there is one or two cars in a car park. So, predominantly I can't speak today. Predominantly the park is empty, but there are definitely people on here. I don't know what your thoughts are. Would you stay on with no water? I know you can buy water for drinking and maybe to give yourself a tramp's wash, but this heat, we're talking, it's 25 degrees currently, it's 2 o'clock. Are you going to be wanting not to be able to have a shower? I don't know, personal preference. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that's working out, because there's definitely more cars than I thought there would be, because the park is shut. We will have a drive around the full park, I think. On the way back we'll nip down some of the cleaners are still on park. We'll nip down some of the avenues. Now don't get me wrong, maybe people have argued the fact that they've actually had no water since Friday, and they weren't turfed off the park then, so perhaps that's why, but I would have thought it was a fire risk. Right, okay, so something has just happened that was completely unexpected. So, yeah, there are people down here. But whilst in Spud's caravan that he looks after, well, one of the ones he looks after, the customers have arrived. And it's put us into a bit of a shock because we were like, the park's closed. And they went, oh yeah, they've just told us that at the front. And I'm like, okay. The owner hasn't told them, which wasn't ideal. But we've sort of said, right, okay, but what do you need? Because I can't even say use the toilet because you can't flush it. And she goes, oh no, we're staying. And I was like, but the park's shut. And they said, oh, the guy at the front, so one of the security, have said to come on and see what happens. So, yeah, I actually don't know. I don't know 100% what's going on with that, because we've been advising all the customers not to travel down because they won't get on park, which is what we were told. So yeah, I don't know. I assumed it'd be a fire risk having people on. As you can see, there's still quite a few cars here. Some will be staff. Some are definitely staff, but would you stay without water? I think I probably already asked that, but people look at that, wobble wobble. People have done it years ago, haven't they? With you know, when you've lost the water in your house, or like when your electric's been down and that, like, you just kind of get on with it. Tramps washes and things like that. I hope that's not offensive, but you know what I mean. Just a quick wipe down, baby wipes and whatnot. They've said they're going to go and buy some bottled water until Monday when the water's back on. So that being the case, I think I need to go and check the list that we've got and see if any more customers have arrived that shouldn't have done. That's going to throw us into a bit of hay weather. Hay weather? That's not even the word, is it? Yeah, it's mad. I don't know, unless people arrived in the evening rather than through the day, because there definitely are cars here. Like I said, the park should be absolutely cram-packed, so they are definitely taking a knock. Let's go and check his other one. This one? Nope. Not this aisle. Yeah, well, there's a car. Customers were just saying, oh, it's like camping. That's a chip, and even when you're camping, you have facilities. These are all empty, all the car parks empty. There's actually bedding packs outside these caravans that obviously never got changed over even. Well, you can see them on the floor. Still actually quite a lot of bedding packs that are on the floor. So yeah. Yeah, so basically, I wouldn't even say, to be honest, that the Haven is at 2% capacity. There's not many cars here, but there shouldn't be any cars. That's the thing. Should be the one rule for one, the same rule for everybody else. So we've got access to Point of Air, so we're gonna have a quick look on there, see what their situation is. We haven't actually been told what they're doing. We know Greenacres, which we're going to pass in a minute, they said they've allowed their customers to come, but they've given them notice that there's no facilities, so they've basically come at their own risk, I suppose you can say. If they bring in their own water and things like that, then that's down to them. But the pub, the swimming pool, everything else have no water, so they're not opening at all. And the park itself, laundrette, your own toilet, taps, blah blah blah, shower, they haven't got use of those until Monday. And I don't think they've been given a specific time on Monday. It's just they're saying by Monday everywhere should be resolved. Capital word there being should be. Should have been ready by Friday evening. So, and then Saturday evening. So we'll have to just wait and see. But yes, we're going to leave the Haven now. But that reminds me, I wanted to show you the Torah tonight. So as we come up to the Torah blocks, let's turn you that way. I do apologise, but these speed bumps are a bit severe. Doesn't matter what speed you go across them. I feel like getting launched off them. Go slowly. Hopefully the trees aren't too much in the way. As we leave, we might just get a quick glimpse of how many are here. No, too many trees. Basically, the Torah Park actually doesn't look particularly empty at all. That's quite full. But like I said, they bring their own water anyway, so. Right, so we're now at Shore Road, Gronin's. A lot of people say it's Presthaven's in Presthaven, it's not. So as we go down on your left, you can see all these caravans here. That's Greenacres. Nothing to do with the Haven, so it's their own private site. Shop's still open there. Pub's closed, the arcade's closed. Now, I'm not sure if they will do that tonight, but the grill there was open for takeaways. They must have brought their, well, it said water on their advert that they've basically got water, so they must have been supplying their own. Wayside shop is open. Normally the traffic down here is horrendous throughout the summer holidays. Obviously we haven't got the Haven traffic, so that's stopped. We'll head to Talacre. It's under the same county. So apparently from the Nant Hall, the opposite way, so you would have turned right, everyone's got water. It is literally just Flintshire. So none of these houses, none of the businesses. Pretty sure you're getting the gist of things. Nowhere has water. Garage is open then. See, the problem being it's staffed for toilets. That's the those are private caravan parks, so they don't let. They may be open to their owners. Because I suppose in that respect, it's just like any other houses down here. If they haven't got water, they haven't got water. They can't get sent anywhere else. So look, is the garage open? And it is. Petrol station's open. Oh, and the garage. Right, okay. So they've obviously, must be bringing in their own trucks of water. Cafe's shut on your right. Even for takeaways. This is not a Talacre vlog, but whilst we're here, things that may have changed, I think, since the last vlog we were here, is they've now got one of these like dairy vendors. Like they have a few of them around the area. It's just there on your left there. The coffee machine, milkshakes, fresh from the farm, to like a vending machine and whatnot. There is one. Actually, I'm not entirely sure what you'd call the area. You go through Trnowlid and Trologan, and it's up in the back there on the way to Kerwis. And then there's another one in Ruffin that I know of. There's probably more. Let's have a look. Right, so coming up on your left pretty shortly is Talacre Beach. We're already facing that way. Talacre Beach Caravan Park. They've issued a statement to say that they are closed. They are part of the I think what group they're part of. It'll come to me. Probably not by the time I finish this vlog, but it will come to me. Or I might see a sign. But they're part of a group and they do lets, so that is probably why they have closed. Darwin Escapes, there we go. Didn't need the sign at all to help. We've got vans and cars at the front, but the park itself is meant to be shut. As I said, I don't know what statement's been issued from Point of Air, Lions Point of Air, but these don't let out, so these may just be open. So we will have a look. A little part there on your left. Again, it's a private park, they don't let out, so they are open. So there are some perks of holiday home ownership. Please don't say that as a plug to go and buy yourself a caravan necessarily. You need to do the proper research first. Right, okay, so we are open. We've even got a bouncy castle. Nope, barrier's not down, so I don't need to pass Spud the card. Welsh water vans there, that's amusing, as that's what's caused the trouble for all the other parks. I'm sure it's not that one person. I mean, these haven't got water either. It's obviously people just making do. And in honesty, it doesn't seem to have put anybody off whatsoever. Yeah, there does not seem to be any issue. Right, I think that will be enough for today. We don't need to take you around the full caravan park. Save that for another day. But yeah, depending where you are sited will depend on whether or not you can come on your holiday. Right, that was a quick news update. We shall go back to the Romanian last couple of vlogs that we've done from there. and then we shall voyage on to something new. I think we do need to do, we need to go back into Rill, because we have promised a few of our watchers, our subscribers, that we will do instead of just doing a pub crawl, which we do, we will do an arcade crawl. Fruit machines, crane machines, 2p machines, from Presthaven to Penzarn. We'll nip into everyone and we will go and see what is on offer in them, and see if we can find ourselves some prize bingo, or even cash bingo. I don't mind either, as the Les Harker one has now been removed from the Les Harker's arcade in Rill. As always, this makes me sick to say, but please subscribe and like to our channel. We do really appreciate it. It helps us grow. And drop us a like if you really don't mind, as it does help the algorithm decide that people do like to come and watch these channels, our channel. And yeah, that is it for today. Thanks very much, and see you on the next one. Bye.